Westbrook got traded for John Wall.
Major trade in the NBA. Quite a headline anyway. Rockets have agreed to...
What? What is up, dudes? That's Ballers Players. It's your boy MJ. I'm just gonna start this off by saying I think everyone forgot who John Wall is, and I feel like I have to remind you guys. Why'd y'all forget? Yeah, okay, he was injured, he got out of shape, so I guess it makes sense. I remember looking through my Twitter timeline, like scrolling through, and all I saw was how the Rockets took the L on this one when realistically they got rid of Westbrook's contract. Remember, Westbrook demanded a trade. Harden demanded a trade, and they're trying to keep Harden. Who is going to take Westbrook's bad contract, give you guys pieces to contend with right now to keep Harden happy? Who? The Hornets?
Kemba Walker thought he had help.
We're going to need to talk about John Wall and break him down because I get it. It's confusing. John Wall hasn't played in the NBA game for 2 years, but before that, he was a 5-time All-Star. Like, he's a career 19 points per game, 9 assists per game. Wall along with Beal are the guys that led the Wizards to within 1 game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, they lost to the Celtics, but that series was competitive. Those playoffs, Wall averaged 27 points and 10 assists. He had a 42-point game twice, and a game-winning 3 in Game 6 to send them to Game 7, and the Wizards made the playoffs 4 times with Wall. It's been a minute since then, but Wall was a big reason why they even got that far. I remember when John Wall legit used to be the fastest player in the league. Scott Brooks said that once he timed Wall from rim to rim in 2.5 seconds. What? I hope these highlights are reminding y'all of the player he was. That, and he would easily average 8 to 9 assists and actually get his team, whatever team he had to work with at the time, going. Now all the jokes are that the Rockets traded Westbrook for Eastbrook. No, I actually like that one. But both are athletic, both going into their 30s, both are not good shooters, except Wall's usage rate is in the high 20s, Westbrook's is always in the 30s, but they are very similar. And this tweet, this speaks volumes. Harden would rather play with Wall than with his close friend Westbrook. This doesn't mean that Wall is better than Westbrook, it just might be more of a fit thing. But Wall got hurt and then out of shape. He first signed a Supermax extension in 2017, and then had an operation to heal some bone spurs in his heel that was bothering him for 2 years. And then Wall slipped at home and ruptured his Achilles.
That's tough!
Yeah, he earned close to $8 million and not played a single game of basketball. There was also this John Wall phase, which we're not going to talk about much. Alright, I don't even know what happened or who let this happen because he was looking like he was on the set of Uncle Drew, but he's less than 30 years old.
Hey.
And then there's this, an endorsement from Kevin Durant, who is also recovering from a ruptured Achilles. Wall's been practicing with Kyrie, Harden, Durant. Man, that could have been the Nets. Alright, just a lot of stars. But even Beal said that Wall had a spark they were missing. John Wall is back in shape, and he's 30 years old. Go back to 2016 and just think about John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins together. Wow. We don't even know how big he's gonna be. That Dougie about to be impeccable though. And then there's the fact that John Wall has been hurt for years and still been one of the most athletic point guards in the NBA. Here's a list of all the injuries, minor and major, including knee surgery in 2018, heel surgery in the end of 2018 for injuries that were bothering him for 2 to 3 years, and Achilles rupture surgery in 2019. He's been banged up, but never opted for surgery, and once he did, he got all of it done. And now he's back at 30 years old. He's physically the healthiest he's been in 5 years. Wall has always seemed to be more of a floor general that is fast and a bit in more control, but he's also nearly been just as ball dominant as Westbrook. He's been more crafty, he isn't always go go go, he's sometimes more methodical. And when he's about to finish, he just has a softer touch. But he's not the scorer Westbrook is, he more has outbursts. Even if Westbrook is high volume, he does score. He averaged an easy 28 points a game last season on decent efficiency, except from 3. Yeah. Wall's game looks more effortless, but let's look at the numbers too. John Wall shot 37% on spot threes in his last healthiest season. He shoots on the way up and not down, which is kind of nice after seeing Westbrook shoot on his way down. It just doesn't make sense. and Wall is a slightly better 3-point shooter. But at the same time, Russ is an MVP. He's been to the finals. He's a much better rebounder and a solid defender when he wants to be. Wall is the prolific shot blocker, averaging over 1 a game. There's a reason why the Wizards offered a first-round pick to the Rockets with Wall, because Westbrook isn't coming off injury. Wall is more of a risk, and yes, Westbrook has proven more, but that shouldn't take away from the player that John Wall is. Because man, he's amazing. See, when comparing Westbrook and Wall, it's really hard because they're nearly identical in advanced metrics. Almost the same type of shots. Like legit in the playoffs, Westbrook shot 76% of his shots from 2, John Wall shot 78%. When Westbrook was on OKC, he took 5.72 seconds per touch, Wall took 6.3, which is actually more than Harden. The main differentiator is usage, but with a chip on his shoulder, Wall might want to do more. However, both Westbrook and Wall are not the same player. They have an extremely similar playing style. Both have their own tendencies that are different, and that might be enough for Wall to play alongside Harden. Wall runs more pick and rolls. He had a 40.2% pick and roll frequency, while Westbrook on OKC had 24.7%. On the other hand, Westbrook had a 19% ISO frequency in OKC and 25% on the Rockets, while Wall's only had 16.5%. They run the offense in slightly different ways. And for all the apparent issues Beal and Wall had, they were actually cool. It was more of a who's the leader of this team, but Beal was beyond excited when talking about Wall returning. And that's a good sign for Wall and Harden to gel. Also, Westbrook is in the East now, which means a bit more easy pickings for him. Beal just averaged 30 and is a shooter. Man, that's actually going to be really scary. But the Wizards should look to make the playoffs, and they got shooters all around, so that'll be fun. What I'm saying is, let's not sleep on Wall just because he's some older player with injuries. In fact, we haven't seen him be the player that sabotages his own team in the playoffs. We haven't seen him be the guy that doesn't work with Harden, or be the guy that can't get it done with MVP candidates in Harden and Paul George. Because that happened twice. 3 times if you include KD. Is Wall necessarily more talented than Westbrook? Maybe, maybe not, probably not. But at the end of the day, this shakeup was necessary because the Wizards need to get to the playoffs and need a surefire star. The Rockets needed something else because Westbrook was not getting it done. And Wall might be their answer. I'm actually really excited to see John Wall play because he just has an exciting play style and we haven't seen him play in years. So let's just see, man. But what do you think? The season's about to be back. College finals are about to be over. 'Tis the time of giving. So we're doing giveaways starting next week. Shout out to Maria Jo for being first. She's been here since the beginning. Thank you for the crazy support on a long journey. And if you like the vid, hit the like button. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new or you've been watching for a minute. We about to post a lot of NBA content with the season starting and it's gonna be fun. It's your boy MJ. We out and we vibing.
So let's get high, let's go wasted. Okay, just hop in my spaceship. No, no, no.